before I started doing YouTube, one of my favorite pastimes was taking whatever images I could get of the different monsters from the Monster Hunter franchise and making new versions of them. This was one of them, Inpu Ahtal-Ka. Inpu being another name for Anubis. But now I know how to actually draw stuff. Somewhat. And so I'm making a redesign of it. Inpu Ahtal-Ka. Under the somewhat unorthodox classifications of the Hunters Guild, it is regarded as a subspecies of Ahtal-Ka. However, in truth, it is actually, more simply, the male of the species. Inpu Ahtal-Ka are notably smaller than the larger female, lacking the display fans and spinnerets of the larger Neopteran, as well as sporting a much smaller crest. Lacking in the constructive abilities of the larger Ahtal-Ka, they are notably less dangerous animals. However, their decreased bulk allows them to move at greater speed, and the presence of wings allows them to traverse far greater distances. The final major difference in physiology is the shape of their claws. The sickle-like hooked blades of the female Ahtal-Ka are replaced with blades more resembling that of the Egyptian Khopesh, which are, in proportion to the creature's body, moderately larger than the hooked blades of the female. These blades also pack a hidden secret. A powerful toxin lines their edge, ravaging the internals of any creature unfortunate enough to survive the initial slash. As previously mentioned, the Inpu Ahtal-Ka possesses a set of wings, which, as one may assume, enable the creature to make use of flight. However, the Neopteran rarely utilizes this ability for any prolonged duration, preferring to utilize their wings in short bursts, most commonly for outmaneuvering and overtaking its prey, before descending upon them with a cleaving blow. While notably smaller than that of its female counterpart, the Neopteran still possesses a head crest, reminiscent in appearance of an Egyptian crown. Further exemplifying the difference between the two, the color of the Inpu Ahtal-Ka stands in stark difference to its counterpart, whereas the female Neopteran's carapace is predominantly gold in coloration. The male's carapace gleams with a more subdued silver, save for a few notable exceptions. On both its foremost legs and blade claws, both shine with an iridescent purple-blue hue reminiscent of a nearly set sun in its native desert. The silvery carapace of the Neopteran also supports a pattern unique to each individual example of the species, each sporting a unique pattern of more reflective lines and golden flecks that echo the traits of the female. Additionally, on a few points of its carapace, the color darkens dramatically, most prominently at the end of its extremities and where its wings meet its back. While Inpu Ahtal-Ka is notably smaller and weaker than its counterpart, hunters should take care not to underestimate this opponent, for the Inpu Ahtal-Ka has one final secret. For the underside of its thorax possesses a chemical chamber quite similar, though far larger in scale, to that of the flashfly. Something the Neopteran will utilize should it feel it has encountered one of the few creatures that could pose it harm, whether that be an Apex-class monster such as a Tigrex, an Elder Dragon, or a particularly accomplished hunter, tasked with either slaying or capturing the Neopteran. If, in the infinitesimal chance, someone from Capcom is watching this video, you have my permission to take and adapt this subspecies concept if, and only if, you bring back underwater combat. I want to do a swim, and I miss the village from which I took my channel name.